Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week session. I'm James Nave.
I'm Allegra Houston.
And every Saturday we gather on a Zoom call with a group of writers and we write from the Imaginative Storm. And after we finish with our work, we record the session, another version of it for you. So that's what we're doing here today.
Today was quite exciting. Our geographical spread is increasing. We had contributors from South Africa, from Kosovo, from Paris, from England, from both sides of Canada. British Columbia and Nova Scotia couldn't have been further apart in Canada. And
plus a lot of people from the States as
all
well.
over the place. And we often have people in Mexico and Portugal and other places. So it's quite fun now to have this really global gathering.
So wherever you are in the world, we would love for you to join us on Saturday morning. And the Zoom link, which this gathering is always free, it's at imaginativestorm.com. Yeah, we need to put the .com in.
Yes.
Meanwhile, here's what we're going to do now, so you get a sense of what we do on Saturday morning. Every Saturday, we offer an image, and we ask the participants on the call to generate some words based on the image that we offer. Sometimes we do a sound file. Today, it's going to be an image. So, Allegra?
Just random words, whatever pops into your head. We will put the image up on the screen for 2 minutes and time you while you generate this list of your own, not joined up writing, just a list of random words or very short phrases. So here's the image. Here you go. After everybody generates their own personal list, we go around the Zoom room and ask everybody to contribute one word or short phrase to a community list, a group list that we are creating. And that way, when it comes time to write, everybody can borrow from other people's imagination and not just have to rely on their own.
And one of the things that we do on the Saturday morning call, it's a little bit of a tradition. Allegra reads the list. So what we'll do now is have Allegra read that list for you. So you will have your own list that you just generated, plus you will have our community list to work with.
And you might like to write these words down as I read them, because they kind of go into your consciousness in a different way if you actually, they go through your ear and out your hand. But you don't have to. We will put the list up again when we come to the 10-minute writing time. So here's the list, just in the order that it came to me. Terminator eye socket, pipe dreams, tinker toys, down the rabbit hole, proud, metal tentacles, help, pillars of strength, human design, vortex, cosmic dream catcher, slabs of industry, micro changing the macro, launch pad, man, tiny man, sci-fi ojo de Dios, my coffee maker, unfathomable zap, cybercon mandala, we in the bigger we, tacos for sale, exit by the gift shop, electromagnetic playground, my dream house, the strike is on, smashing. Hello, Dave.
Why read it out loud? One of the reasons we read aloud is because we want to encourage you to do the same thing. When you read aloud, something happens. And the main thing that happens is you start to develop a more intimate relationship with your own voice. And that becomes very helpful when you're revising your work later down the line.
You also appreciate your work more than being critical of it. When it's on the page and you're just reading it silently, you're sort of in critical mind. But when you're speaking it aloud and giving it the warmth of your breath and your body, you feel a little more tender towards it. You're more appreciative. And so this is also an incredibly good way to retrain your inner critic and turn your inner critic into your inner coach. So after we write, and we haven't got to that bit yet, but we're about to get there. After we do our 10-minute writing, we break up into Zoom rooms and everybody reads what they wrote aloud to an appreciative audience of, 6 or 7 people, depending on how the math works out on the call. We encourage you to do the same thing, even without the audience of the 6 or 7 people. Just simply feeling yourself, hearing yourself read your work aloud is incredibly valuable, as we've said, both for retraining your inner critic into your inner coach and for appreciating your work and for hearing what's authentic and what isn't, understanding that you have your voice. You don't have to find it. It's there, but you can then work with it and edit your work with the help of reading aloud.
So now what you're going to do is generate 10 minutes worth of writing. And just another little tip, if you want to warm up before you do your 10 minutes or during the 10-minute time, jump around a little bit on the list that you have right here, or you can stop this video and do that before you start your 10-minute time writing. And you can read the list backwards or forward or up or down or whatever you want. And by doing that aloud, you sort of sorbet your imagination and get it ready to write. So that's an option or not. You can do it however you please.
So when you write, you actually don't have to use any of these words at all if you don't want to.
Good point. Good point.
It's worth saying that. We almost forgot to say that today on the call. There's no rule that says you have to use all of them or many of them or any of them at all. But what we like to do is just let your eyes, roam over the 2 lists until one word kind of grabs you. It sort of hooks into your imagination and start there. And if you want, you can completely depart from the list, or maybe occasionally come back and grab a phrase, or maybe you want to challenge yourself and see how many of the words on the list you can include. Either way is completely fine. You can write prose, poetry, a little story, ruminations. It doesn't even have to be coherent. The only thing that we ask is that there are words on the page that you wrote in that 10 minutes, long, short, some people write a haiku.
So guess what? Time to write has just arrived. So what we'll do is time you for 10 minutes and good luck on whatever comes out.
Let your imaginative mind dance with your rational mind. Let your imaginative mind be the partner that leads the dance. And here you go. That image was a picture of the Atlas detector, which is on the 4-mile-long particle accelerator at CERN, the European Quantum Physics Research Laboratory.
So if you like what you wrote, and we hope you do, we would love for you to post it on our Imaginative Storm Circle community. It's where the people on Saturday morning put their work, and we would like for you to do the same thing. That way we have an opportunity to read your work, and you have an opportunity to see what the other folks are doing, and we start to get to know each other.
So here's how.
So when you get to imaginativestorm.com, this is what it will look like. Let the imaginative storm electrify your writing. And if you scroll down, you will see. So when you get to imaginativestorm.com, this is what it will look like. Let the imaginative storm electrify your writing. And as you scroll down, you'll find our upcoming memoir workshops in November 2022. You will find here the Zoom link for the free Saturday writing prompt of the week. Here you'll find some more information about our upcoming book of the Imaginative Storm method, Write What You Don't Know, 10 Steps to Writing with Confidence, Energy, and Flow. And there will also be an online course available in the spring. The book will be published in November, but it's already available for pre-order. And then when you scroll down this far, you'll see here, post your work on Circle. So you will click on that. Once you get to the circle, this is what it will look like, or a little bit different, because it will ask you to log in, choose a username and password. And then once you've done that, you can go over here to prompt of the week. And if you click on that, all the prompts we've done for the last 18 months are all listed here by the date and by what the prompt was. So at the top, by the time you get there, this week's prompt will be at the top. So let's say you click on it and you'll see what the prompt was and the group list of words. And then to post what you wrote, you just hit comment, as Paul has done here. And then if somebody wants to comment on what Paul has written, you just hit reply here, like Katerina has done, and Nave and Stuart. And then here's Katerina's post, and so on. So as you scroll down, if you go all the way down to the bottom, you will find that at the very end, it simply says, what are your thoughts? So you can just scroll down to the bottom and click there and type in what you wrote. You could also make a selfie video of yourself reading it and post that too, if you prefer.
So please do post on the circle now that you know how to do it. And also every Saturday morning, as we said at the beginning of this video, we do gather on a Zoom call. It's always free. And we would like for you to join us. Please do join us. We would love to have you. And imaginativestorm.com is where you'll find that Zoom link. And you will also find some other opportunities there as well. We have a brand new book coming out, Write What You Don't Know, which consolidates all of this work we do into something that you can use right now. Pick it up, use it tomorrow, and the next day and the next.
Well, not quite tomorrow, because it's going to be published on November 30th.
Well, tomorrow is a metaphor. You know.
So which is about 2 weeks from now. But you can pre-order it. It's the subtitle is 10 Steps to Writing with Confidence, Energy, and Flow. And it is the culmination of 20 years of teaching writing workshops together as we have, along with being writers ourselves. And we actually think it's quite revolutionary. We're starting to get some really amazing advanced reviews from writers and you know, would-be writers, or you know, beginning writers and professional writers, I will say. I'll revise that phrasing. So you know, do please check that out on our website at imaginativestorm.com, where you will also find a page of free downloadable writing tips. You can join our mailing list and you will qualify for a 25% discount on the paperback of that book, and also on the video course, the online course that we're currently creating, which will be available in the spring. And then the memoir workshop in January. That's the
right.
last
Well, we're
thing.
doing a lot. So imaginativestorm.com is where you can find all that. Plus, you can reach out to us by way of the website as well. So however you choose to do it, we're glad you're with us. And thank you ever so much for tuning in. And hey, you know, good luck on your writing.
Thank you. Goodbye.